This says free your mind. So, Nino, talk about freeing your mind, about creativity.
Clean my mind.
Freeing your mind when you create stuff.
I create every day of the life. And you know why? Because I'm a happy artist. And I can paint. I'll be truthful with you. I've been painting for 50 years. I know a lot of artists in Beverly. I know a lot of artists in Boston. And in the art world, it's communication. A lot of artists, sad to say, can't seem to get a break in the art world. One reason is because many, many years ago, art was the only industry in the world. 1700s, they didn't have no computers like that. So art was popular to the people that had the money. Now, the people that had the money had many, many things done to like the Vatican. Vatican cities was paid mainly by nickel and dime of Catholic people, but who mainly painted the Vatican is the artist. And many artists came from different parts of the country. It isn't just because you're a German or you're a Russian that you can't paint in Rome. Rome is not the only city where there is art. Art has followed every nation and every culture in the world. And mainly, I'm very disappointed in the American system in art. My wife was a teacher for 25 years. Box of crayons was given to her when she first started painting 20 years ago. Today, they don't even put a box of crayons or a pencil in front of the kids in school, not just to write a story or paint something, but it's a cost that the people have to pay for supplies to educate their own child. That's not right. Now, I paint every day of my week, and happy to say I have my own studio, and I have people come and they look at my paintings. When I was selling paintings and trying to make a daily pay, I go to the studio, Mr. Lombardi, I'm going to value your painting $800. I mean, I can't give you any price. He says, I'll give you a price, $800. So I went there as a young student, took the check, put it in my pocket, got home, took it out, and my wife had a laugh. She says, what did you get for the painting? And I says, $800. It's right here. I pulls it out. It was only $400. $400? So then the next day I called him up. I went down to him. I says, Tony, this is not right. You're making $400 on a painting that you had on the wall for 1 week. It took me 2 months to paint that painting. So I went back home. Alice says, look, forget the galleries. Open up your own gallery. It's on 3 Lawn Bank Road in Beverly. It's open anytime you want, because I'm there painting. So I tell the people in Beverly, the North Shore, and I tell people, when you come to see the painting, you value the painting, not me. So I'll be honest with you, people know the price of paintings because the first feeling that a person gets when he goes in to buy a painting, oh, Jesus, it's going to cost me a lot of money. But I don't want that. I first of all give to the children a painting of a penguin. That makes them happy. Second, the wife looks around. I'll give you $60 for the painting. I'm happy. So to be happy in life and then enjoy painting, buy a painting and give it to someone. It's not it's not a sort of a industry that has a lot of publicity. But be honest with you, anybody can paint And the most important part is they paint what they love, not what you've done or someone else has done. So your heart should be warm and happy. So have a good day. And I'd like to turn my,
Thank you, Nino.
oh, you're welcome, Tony.
Now, let's talk about ties. I heard that you were going to paint ties now.
I went to Boston yesterday. Believe it or not, the weather was fine. We're on the way to Boston. What happens? I say, Tony, we forgot the tickets. Oh, jeez. So we had to go back to Beverly to get the tickets. That wasn't bad enough.
All the way from Saugus,
All
right?
the way from Saugus, all right. Well, finally we made the museum. Oh, there was a lot of people there. Not just in the Boston area. I met a fellow from Norway, and I gave him my business card. And he approached to a painting on the wall, and I went to him, I says, what did you see in that painting? He says, I just love the painting. I says, well, I do that type of work, and I'd like to give you my business card. So to meet people is not a problem. It's a happiness. So make people smile no matter where they go. And now I'm one of my best friends that is an artist, but to be honest with you, don't paint like I paint. But he's good in his style. And I want to turn it over to Tony.
Okay, so tell us about the tie.
Oh, the necktie. Oh, we went to the gift shop. Now, this artist that had paintings, he's passed away in the 1700s. But as business goes along, they buy books. They give you a history of him. They buy things that he did and how he approached people. What we saw there was neckties. And I said, oh my God, I can't believe it, that this guy even painted on, I don't know what kind of neckties they had, but I saw American neckties painted with his type of artwork on the necktie. So,
Can I interject something?
yes, Tony, go ahead.
Thank you, Nino. At the museum, we're in the gift shop. I was buying some postcards because that's the only way I'm going to afford any kind of art that's in the museum. So I bought a few postcards. Nino saw ties that were by Monet and all these other people printed. And then he said, I should make my own ties. I said, Nino, I've been telling you for a couple of years, paint ties because you could sell them. Oh, I forgot. So anyway, tell us about the art show that you actually saw.
Well,
William Turner, correct?
William Turner in the 1700s was one of the best artists at the time. And as an artist beginning, nobody never knew who he was. But as time goes by, if the right person buys your tie, he can, and he's going to be a millionaire, he's going to value this painting. And they value it in the hundreds and thousands of dollars. That's what, to me, upsets the art world today. You only think of art as an expensive piece of art. It doesn't have to be that way. And I'm hoping
Excuse me, Nino.
Yeah.
How big were the paintings?
Oh, I'm going to get into it, Tony.
Okay.
All right.
Get into it.
As an artist, I'm expected to see paintings 16 by 20, 20 by 8. This painting was almost as big as any garage door. And that's almost 10 feet wide and probably 10 feet high. I just couldn't believe it. But the only thing I was was hard to believe, there was no color in the painting. Now you got to think about it. In the 1700s, oil paints and acrylics weren't available. The painting in those days, evidently, we must have, I don't know how they ever got the paint, but I read a little bit about that they used to use roots of trees, roots of fruits, and have the apprentice mash the color of the flower, and that's how they got their killer. But mostly everything on that painting, that big and that small, was dull. Was all in brown and gray. And it's amazing to me that I don't know how they ever did their painting. So when I went to Paris, that's another thing found out about artists. I didn't know that the Mona Lisa was painted on wood. And half the people that I saw couldn't believe it, and I talked to the director, and I was telling him, I said, I've been painting on wood for 50 years. if you'd like to show one of my work that's on wood, I appreciate it. Say yes. So the day went by very happy. And like I say, I love Beverly. I love people. And the main thing I do is I'm going to love to paint till I'm 100. Right now, I'm a senior citizen at the age of, you tell me later when you see me. Thank you very much.
I heard you were 49.
No, no, no.
Are you double that?
I'm a senior citizen.
A senior citizen.
Yeah,
So
well,
should I salute you, Mr. Senior?
Oh, thank you.
You know, I
So
could tell.
please-
What?
So please come to see me. Come and see my artwork, and it will be given to you. You will have not to worry about buying it. My gift to art lovers is what I have, and any time of day, knock on my door. Thank you very much.
Okay, Nino, I want to show one thing, if I have your permission.
Yeah.
Okay? It's behind here. This is part of a painting. It has 3 panels. And Nino and I painted it. And he kept yelling at me, I don't know how to paint. You're doing it wrong. You're doing it wrong. So when I got home to Rockland County, I took it apart because it was huge. And I started painting Nino's name on it and his face on it. And on the 3rd panel over here, I put my face on it. Then I said, nah, I don't want my face on it. So I covered over it, but you could see it very thinly through the glaze. And then this morning, here, Nino said, I don't like it. I'm going to paint a smile on my face. So here he is with a smile on his face. Nino, spinning around. Where it stops, nobody knows. And that's Nino, and this is where he lives, right here on the shore, right?
Yeah.
That's your normal paintings
Yeah.
of the shore.
Yeah. It's really amazing where you can't believe that people can do the same thing I've done. So please, take time and relax and enjoy your family. And try to tell the children that they have to draw.
Okay. Now, I would like to say a couple of things. I had a kidney transplant 13 years ago, and I have not stopped painting since I'm 2 years old. I want to make a shout out for Brigham Women's Hospital, and a special shout out for Ziggy's Donuts in Salem. Ziggy's son had a kidney transplant, and that's how I met them, through the network. And he got the COVID, and now he can't make donuts. His hands are frozen. And they may have to sell the building. So anybody who could go to Ziggy's Donuts and buy a cup of coffee and pray that they get to keep the business, because we love Ziggy's.
Well, this is what it's all about. When you love other people in many different ways. And Tony, I'm glad that you felt that your heart had to explain what happened to this gentleman. And more of this stuff is happening. You talk to the doctor, they says, well, number one, when you talk to a doctor, if you're a senior citizen, the days come when you won't be talking. And that's it, as simple as that.
Well, let me say something. I was in Columbia Presbyterian, and I was joking around with a woman, and she said to me, and I think Nino agrees, that it is better to be, wait, it's better, shit. Oh no, I said one of those words, George Carlin, spirit is here. He said, it's better to be looked at than seen. Because when you're seen, you're in the coffin, right? And someday we'll be seeing Nino. Someday we'll be seeing Zach. For God's sake, Zach will be seen like everybody. And when God comes with the bus, what the F are you going to say? I got to have one more paint stroke. And God's going to say, get on the damn bus, Buster, and shut your mouth. Every one of us. You can't bring what with you, Nino? What can you bring with you?
All I can just bring my mouth.
No, when you're with God, what can you bring?
There's nothing. Nothing. You can bring.
Nothing. So you got to have laughter and love in your heart.
Well, that's why I say while you're alive, give it all you can to people because you can't take it with you.
Hit me. Oh, he hit me. Oh my God, I'm going to call the cops. That's it. You're
Look,
going to get arrested.
It's lovely to talk to people, and I'm glad that we have BevCam to give us time to give our expressions. And believe me, do not fail to smile at anybody or smile at anybody. And they're a wonderful team of people here, young and old, but sad to say that time has to come to anyone. But do not look at it that way. Live today and enjoy tomorrow. And mainly, if you're married, try to be happy for, like I was, for 54 years. Now that's hard to believe. But some kids today, they just don't seem to give life a chance. So live happy and be happy. God bless you all and have a good day. And thank BevCam for this time. Believe it or not, it's free. I'm so happy to say that not just because Tony and I are here today, it's free to the citizens of Beverly and citizens of the state of Massachusetts. You have a story or you have a nice problem or something to realize.
Thank you, Nino, for being my guest on
Thank
my
you.
TV show.
Yeah.
And give me a big
No,
big hug.
Okay. Okay.
All right, wait, look, no, come over here.
What?
Okay? Bye, look, in that camera.
Yeah.
Bye, everybody.
So
So
long.
long. See ya.
Oh, dear.
Thank you very much.
Can we see the? Can we be able to see this thing?